Alright, so I think I'm recording. We're looking at our semester review problems in college algebra. Here they're asking us to find the difference quotient. Um, in the numerator, I have two terms. I need to find each of these terms individually. So what does G do to the input? G will take whatever input you give it, and it creates three terms. The first term, it takes the input and it squares it, and then it multiplies it by 2. And then the middle term is just the input. It doesn't square it or double it or triple it and then the last term you subtract 3. So in the numerator, I need to figure out what G evaluated at x plus h is. So everywhere I see the word input, I replace it with x plus h because in between the parentheses is my input. So I have 2 times the quantity x plus h squared plus x plus h minus 3. Don't forget that exponents don't distribute, so I have x plus h times another x plus h. That's going to have a middle term. So when I multiply those together, I get x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. And if you need to do that in the form of a table, then just take the time to create your table. You'll get the same answer I did. Now, I need to distribute 2 through that. So I've got 2x squared plus 4xh plus 2h squared plus x plus h minus 3. All of that, these 6 terms, is all for just that first term, is all for the g evaluated at x plus h. This is now going to be replaced with this. Well, I have to figure out the second term, the g of it. Hey, that's given to me. That's 2x squared plus x minus 3. So I'm ready to find this ratio. I just need to give myself some room here to write and still be able to read what I have. So this ratio that has a numerator of g evaluated at x plus h, which I know it's highlighted in yellow, minus g of x, well, that was given. That's the original 2x squared plus x minus 3. All that's being divided by h. So what's in yellow here is 2x squared plus 4xh plus 2h squared plus x plus h minus 3. Now I'm going to subtract, and since I'm subtracting, I'm not just subtracting my favorite term, I'm subtracting the whole thing. I need parentheses around this trinomial. 2x squared plus x minus 3. All of that is being divided by this single h. Alright, so we've got 2x squared plus 4xh plus 2h squared plus x plus h minus 3 minus, and I change the sign in front of everybody in this trinomial, minus 2x squared minus x plus 3. Now, one helpful tip, one observation that we've made, when you're simplifying this, if your term does not have an h in it, then in this numerator it's going to end up canceling. So let's watch this and see what I mean. I have a 2x squared right there and it doesn't have an h. Somewhere in here I know there's going to be a negative 2x squared. There it is. They're going to cancel. Now this term has an h. I don't believe it's going to cancel. This term has an h. I don't believe that it's going to cancel. This x doesn't have an h. I know that somewhere in here, instead of adding x, there's going to be subtracting x, and there it is. Now that has an h. I don't believe it's going to. That negative 3 is going to cancel here with that positive 3. So we're going to have all of the terms in the numerator have a common factor of h. This first term, it has an h. The second term, it has an h. This term has an h, and that's all we have. So we're dividing it by h. So I can split this into 3 fractions, or I can factor a common h out. Let's go ahead and just divide everybody by h. Let's split this up into 3 fractions. We got 4xh divided by h. Then we have 2h squared, because see, terms don't cancel. Common factors do. And then we have h divided by h. So in this first term, h divided by h is 1, because that's multiplication. These are common factors. This first term is 4x. Here in the second term, this h squared, one of those cancels with the denominator, and I'm left with 2h, and here that's plus 1. So there's my final answer for this difference quotient for number 16, and I hope that helps.